Does Carlos Alcaraz feel the pressure of surpassing the big three? The answer will surprise you. In a press conference ahead of the Laver Cup, where he had already debuted with a doubles victory, Carlitos was clear: he doesn't live obsessed with Nadal, Federer, or Djokovic. And yet, at just 22 years old, he already has 6 Grand Slams to his name. Alcaraz explained that his motivation doesn't come from matching historic numbers, but from enjoying tennis, improving every day, and entertaining fans. In his words, he doesn't obsess over comparisons, he just wants to have fun and compete at the highest level. A statement that reflects enormous maturity for someone so young. Because while the whole world points to him as the heir to the big three, Carlitos focuses on what really matters: his personal and professional growth. And let's be clear, his numbers already put him in a historic position. 2 Roland Garros, 2 Wimbledon, and 2 US Opens. He only needs the Australian Open to complete the Grand Slam. And it doesn't seem like he'll wait too long to try. In this context, the Laver Cup is the perfect stage, representing Europe, consolidating his status as world number 1, and proving that he is ready to mark an era of his own, without needing to live in anyone's shadow. The message is clear: Alcaraz doesn't want to be the new Nadal, or the new Federer, or the new Djokovic. He wants to be Carlos Alcaraz, with his own legacy and his own style of play. Alcaraz is in a state of form that seems unstoppable. And if this is the relaxed version in San Francisco, imagine what's coming when official competition resumes with the Asian swing and heading into the ATP Finals. Is Carlos Alcaraz the perfect combination of the big three in a single player? Well, pay attention, because this isn't me saying it. Andre Agassi, one of the great names in tennis history, just said so. The 2025 Laver Cup kicks off with novelties, new captains, with Agassi leading Team World and Yannick Noah at the helm of Team Europe. And although it's an exhibition tournament, all eyes are on one single name: Carlos Alcaraz. The Spaniard arrives as world number 1, with 6 Grand Slam titles at just 22 years old, and with a dominance that is shaping a new era in this sport. Before his debut in San Francisco, Agassi was clear: Carlos is like a mix of the big three in one. He has Djokovic's defense, Federer's touch, and Nadal's power. To see all of that in one person on a tennis court is extraordinary. Strong words coming from an 8-time Grand Slam champion and one of the few who won all 4 majors. But Agassi wasn't the only one praising him. Australian legend Patrick Rafter also spoke about Alcaraz: he is one of the most explosive and dynamic players this sport has ever seen. He can generate power from anywhere, and on top of that, he is probably the best mover we've ever watched. That combination is impressive, and he dominates every shot. With such an introduction, Alcaraz debuted in doubles alongside Jakub Mensik, facing Taylor Fritz and Alex Michelsen at the Chase Center in San Francisco, home of the Golden State Warriors. And he did so officially as the new world number 1 after conquering the US Open just a few weeks ago. Beyond the result, the truth is that the words of Agassi and Rafter confirm what many already think: Carlos is not just the heir to the big three, but he may be an evolution of them. While Nadal, Federer, and Djokovic dominated for 2 decades, Carlitos seems to have taken the best from each of them to take tennis to an even higher level. Will this Laver Cup be yet another stage where he proves that he's not only destined to mark an era, but that he's already doing it? The Spaniard has just made his debut at the Laver Cup with a win, and he did it as the new world number 1. Not a bad way to start a tournament that, even though it's an exhibition, always leaves headlines. Carlos Alcaraz stepped onto the Chase Center court, home of the Golden State Warriors, accompanied by young Czech Jakub Mensik, and together they defeated Americans Taylor Fritz and Alex Michelsen in 2 solid sets, 7-6 and 6-4 in just under 2 hours. Not a single break point conceded and maximum solidity on serve. A calling card that shows Carlitos doesn't relax even at the Laver Cup. And the most impressive thing is that this victory comes at the best moment of his career. We're talking about Alcaraz racking up 37 wins in his last 38 matches, with 6 titles collected over the past 5 months. The only loss was in the Wimbledon final against Sinner, a result that still stings, but hasn't stopped him from posting an almost perfect record in 2025. The numbers are brutal: 61 wins, only 6 losses, and a total of 7 titles this year. Among them, Rotterdam, Queens, Monte Carlo, Rome, Cincinnati, Roland Garros, and of course, the US Open, which returned him to world number 1. Just to give you an idea, in April he was 4,800 points behind Sinner in the ranking, and now he's more than 700 ahead. The Spaniard has already admitted he is a big admirer of the Laver format and has also spoken about the influence Roger and Rafa had on his career. Carlos Alcaraz is the big star of this Laver Cup. The Spaniard arrives as the figure of world tennis after regaining the #1 spot and winning his 6th Grand Slam just 2 weeks ago in New York. Carlitos captured his second US Open against Jannik Sinner, who has been unable to play the Laver Cup. Carlitos picked up his first win in the tournament after defeating Michelsen and Fritz alongside Jakub Mensik with a 7-6, 6-4 result. Alcaraz touched on a very interesting topic in the press room. Who is his true idol? The Spaniard always acknowledges that both Rafa Nadal and Roger Federer were role models for him as a kid. Rafa Nadal was my idol since I was a small child. For me, he was very important in getting me close to tennis. Obviously, Roger Federer is also there, because of the way he played and the elegance he always displayed on court. Of course, he was also a player I admired a lot. If you ask me now, I never thought I could get this far. In fact, many players my age, when I was 13 to 14, were better than me. Many achieved bigger goals than me, but for me tennis was always everything. It was my life. In my head, it was always about trying. I dreamed of being a professional, added Alcaraz. The Spaniard will face Taylor Fritz in his first singles match at this Laver Cup. For now, Team Europe leads 3-1, but with plenty of tournament still ahead. Brooks Nader responds to rumors she dated tennis players Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner at the same time. Have you heard about the scandal rocking the tennis world? The protagonist is not Carlos Alcaraz, nor Jannik Sinner, but model Brooks Nader, who in the middle of the US Open set off all the alarms with rumors linking her to both players at the same time. It all started during an appearance by the 28-year-old Sports Illustrated model on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. There, an audience member asked the question on everyone's mind: did Carlos and Jannik know what was going on during the US Open? Brooks's response was as cheeky as it was enigmatic: a lady never kisses and tells. Especially not twice, that's not okay. The line drew laughs, but also left more doubts than answers. To make matters worse, her sister Grace Ann, present in the studio, jumped in with an even more explosive comment, especially not with her other boyfriend. A phrase that left the audience stunned and fueled the idea that a love triangle might be in the air. Andy Cohen, direct as always, wanted to know more and asked her point blank if she had dated Alcaraz and Sinner. Brooks once again played with ambiguity. Dating is a very vague term these days. Besides, guys do it all the time, why can't I? The audience burst into applause, and the controversy skyrocketed. But the story didn't end there. Her own sister, Grace Ann, ended up confirming the rumor. The rumors are true. Yes, she's dating Carlos Alcaraz. He's the man of the moment. She even admitted she was dying to meet the Spaniard, whom she called very cute. During the US Open, Brooks was seen at Alcaraz's match against Arthur Rinderknecht alongside host Stephen Colbert and his wife, fueling the speculation even further. Meanwhile, on the other side, Jannik Sinner has also been in the spotlight, though linked with another model, Danish Leila Hasanovic, whose face appeared as the wallpaper on the Italian's phone. Brooks Nader, for her part, doesn't seem uncomfortable with all the media attention. In recent interviews she said she enjoys being single after ending her relationship in April with Dancing with the Stars dancer Gleb Savchenko. I love being single, I had never been able to do it before and I'm enjoying it, she confessed. Thus, what seemed like a simple anecdote has turned into a real soap opera mixing tennis, fame, and romance. Is it just rumors amplified by social media? Or was there really a love triangle between Brooks, Alcaraz, and Sinner during the US Open? The truth is that, off the court, the two young tennis stars keep being in the spotlight everywhere. But careful, because this whole Brooks Nader story is not the first time Carlos Alcaraz's love life has made headlines. The Spaniard, at just 22 years old, is already known not only for his triumphs on court, but also for speculation about his romances. In recent years, he has been linked to several famous names. In Spain, media and social networks associated him with singer Ana Mena, even with Aitana, right after her breakup with Sebastián Yatra. There was also talk of a supposed closeness with Melody Peñalver, known for her reality show appearances. And internationally, a rumor surfaced about a romance with British tennis player Emma Raducanu, the 2021 US Open champion, when they coincided at several events and training sessions. So far, none of these relationships have been officially confirmed, but they did make it clear that Alcaraz has become one of the most coveted and followed figures off the court. His youth, charisma, and sporting success have put him under the media spotlight, and any public appearance with a famous woman immediately sparks speculation. What is clear is that Carlos keeps a reserved profile regarding his private life. Although in interviews he has admitted that being a tennis star prevents him from having a completely normal love life, he has also hinted that he enjoys his independence and, for now, prefers to focus on his tennis career. Now, with Brooks Nader at the center of the controversy and with her sister confirming that they are dating, it seems the world number one's love life is once again a global talking point.